Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. On today's video, I'd like to talk about 7 reasons why Hispanic women are the best. Now, I've made a couple other videos in the past why Vietnamese women and why Korean women are the best, and I want to provide some valuable insight into what I see about them that makes them such a good catch. But don't get me wrong, in my language journey, in my cultural observation, I just have seen some things, I've observed some things have happened to me which have led me to conclude 7 reasons why Hispanic women are the best. Number 1, they're family oriented. Now, I haven't really seen too many Latinas not be in a relationship, or not at least want one. I've seen just for myself over the years that very many of them, whether they be young or old, light skin, dark skin, whether they be from Mexico or Peru or from Guatemala, they're very friendly with me. It has to bear fruit, my claim, when I say here in the States that the number 1 people who are having new kids, the most kids, is Mexican people. So I think if it wasn't true that if they didn't love family, then they wouldn't be the number 1 demographic when it came to this statistic, right? Which proves my point. Number 2 is that they're down to earth. I noticed that they don't date for money and they don't date for status usually. They date for love. So if they think you're cute, if they think you're a good catch and you can communicate with them, then you don't have to worry about being a quote-unquote high-value male to be able to lock them down, because enough is in your heart that she wants to pursue your love. And I also notice with their work, a lot of them do like contracting, a lot of them have like home cleaning business, like taco stands. Like, these aren't the most complicated kinds of businesses, but it seems to be so common and so prevalent in their community, and it makes them prosper. They don't have to have a lot of anything really to go out and to pursue success in the way that they want, and this makes them very down to earth because they're not looking for a lot of flashy, expensive things. They don't want to live in the most expensive neighborhoods typically, but I mean, sure, you find them. If they have it, then they'll, every once in a while you see some Hispanics around, but I see that they more want to live realistically based on what most people have, and they don't really sit and discriminate against you if you don't keep up with the Joneses. Number 3 is that they're friendly. They're so nice to me. Like, maybe I've met like 2 or 3 who just didn't want anything to do with me at all from the get-go. But I noticed that when I went to Mexico, my mission group, as soon as we jumped off the bus there in Mexico, my girlfriend from that trip was one of the girls from right there in the group. And walking through Mexico, I noticed 2 out of 5 of all women, young and old, whether or not they're with their men, giving me that certain look. And even in the States, I noticed a high percentage, maybe not as much, but 1 out of 5, that they give me this extreme kind of energy that even if not, I just go up and speak a little Spanish, right? They usually open right up, and it comes with learning somebody else's culture, their language, that you have more favor with them, sure, but I just haven't seen with other people. I notice other people, they have good experiences with them too, about them being friendly like this. And so I want to put it on the list here. Number 4 is that they're traditional. Now, typically in Mexican households, the husband and the sons, they go out to pursue business, to pursue work, and the wife and the daughters stay home and they tend to the house and they cook and clean. Now, I know you're probably thinking, oh, this guy, he's traditional gender roles, something like this, but you have to connect the dots and wonder why it is that they're birthing the most children in the United States right now. The biggest demographic, the biggest growing demographic in the States right now is from girls who are down to earth, from girls who are friendly, and from girls who are family oriented. And in the Hispanic community, there's an abundance of this. Even though I haven't married one, I can see that I'm given special service when I go out to these restaurants and I do these videos and stuff, just because yes, maybe I do speak a little bit of Spanish, but they're very caring and catering to serve you, and they do it out of the kindness of their heart, giving extra sometimes. Talking about food, let's segue into number 5, which is their food. Now, we all like tacos and enchiladas and quesadillas and tortillas and tortas y Doritos y más, but there's something about Mexican food that just hits all the way down in your soul. Maybe it's from the abundance of meat and salsa and other exotic ingredients that they use, but I think it's because of how they prepare it in a quick kind of manner. Most of the time, it comes pretty fast. I can go and order, whatever taco or something and get it in a few minutes just right down the street in abundance. These taco trucks seem to be everywhere. And maybe it's the amount of fat in it that causes me to be so full. I was eating a quesadilla one time and I picked it up and there was so much oil in the thing, but that's how I know that it was gonna fill me up. And maybe they like Coke, and maybe they do like to eat a lot of sweets, but who doesn't like to drink Coke, and who doesn't like to eat sweets, and who doesn't like to eat fast, greasy, yummy food available to you just down the street for a few dollars on hand, right? Which is why I say that they've got good food. Number 6 is that they're passionate. Now this one's pretty interesting because maybe I'm not going to specifically talk about all of the times that I've ever flirted with a girl or talked to her, but most times I'm not. They see that I'm a nice, friendly, stoic kind of guy, and they're open and they're friendly and they're feminine. But with that comes also an atmosphere of attraction, of course, because you have to understand the polarity here, that you have these friendly, family-oriented girls who like to cook and clean and who like to serve you. They're looking for a guy who's a leader, a guy who knows that he's got to protect and provide, even to any capacity. He doesn't have to be like, a super rich guy, like I said, but even times like my example, I'm thinking of this one time, my last girlfriend, we were walking just down the streets of Mexico, and the whole time we were either like holding hands, or I was holding on to her shirt, or we were in close proximity the entire time, and there's always some kind, you could feel the tension between the article of her clothing I was holding on to, or in her hand holding. There was some kind of attraction. There's some kind of flare, some fire that was there. And even another time I was at a business meeting, this other girl, we were just sitting close together, right? And even if it was that our knees were touching, we could both feel all of the tension in the atmosphere, just from the one part of us just that was touching so briefly, which makes me believe that they have this kind of energy, right? Number 7 is that they're religious. So I don't know if you believe in God or not. I don't know where you stand in your spirituality, but because Mexico and many other Latin-based countries are Catholic, they adhere to the Bible. So even though it does, happen, typically they show face towards waiting to find that guy that they want to be with. They want to be together with one person. They want to be a wife to you. They have these kinds of morals. They go to church. Of course they pray. They do their Hail Marys and everything else that is they do. But they definitely, you can see just in the style of their culture, you'll see depictions of Jesus and of Mother Mary everywhere, right? That's just their style. That's just their flavor. They give face to religion in this way, and because of that, they have these kinds of values, which causes them to be so friendly, which causes them to be so family oriented, which causes them to have this kind of passion, because it comes from the virtue that's embedded deep within their culture. So this is my 7 reasons why I believe Mexican women are the best. Go ahead and leave a like and comment and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Thanks.
You be like bubble tea, you're like a summer breeze under trees. When I'm around you, all of my troubles leave. I'm at ease, I don't know how to tell you just what you mean to me, why you mean to me.